Cop caught on camera stealing $900 cash from black driver during arrest. Look, bitch, we already broke. You already gonna give us a big ass ticket, so then you got to steal too? Damn. A former Charlotte, North Carolina police officer was caught on camera stealing money from a black man during an arrest per WSOC. Ex-officer Henry Chapman was arrested on charges of embezzlement in connection to the March 14th arrest. Body camera footage of the incident shows police taking a man into custody for outstanding warrant for weapon violations. One police officer searched the man and found 2 bundles of cash, one of which was in a rubber band. In the video, Chapman put the man in the back of the patrol vehicle as another officer put items from the suspect's pocket into the passenger seat. Chapman then drove the man to the police building. In another video from Chapman's sergeant, the man accused the officer of attempting to steal his money. I won't say it's not, because I'll tell you the truth. My mother, literally, that's why at one point she was going for the police. She went through the academy, all that shit, had a beating, but they were so corrupt she quit. She lasted like 2 months? That's how bad it is. I'm just saying. I ain't got no trust in them, honestly. But what can you do when you got all the power and a force multiplier and I ain't got shit? I can't do much. Anyways, can you just check in between his legs? He's moving everything. Look, he's moving, the man told the sergeant. Sir, listen to me. Tell me how much cash you had on you. What was the amount? An officer responded. I just want to see. I'm not going to lie. Can you check? I'm not going anywhere. Can you check your fellow officer for me, please? The man said. As an officer approached Chapman's car window, Chapman said, "We're good, we're good." The man continued to ask the officer to check Chapman's vehicle until they listened to his request. They discovered the cash in a lower compartment on the inside of the door. "This is your money?" the officer asked. "Yes, I heard him crumple it up," the man responded. Thank you. All that's being recorded, right?" Chapman was arrested shortly after the incident and resigned from the police department. The video shows a CMPD police officer committing a crime, stealing money from a person who was in his custody. Adherence to the law is an absolute for police officers. The action of former Officer Chapman were a contradiction to what we stand for, CMPD Chief Jennings said in the statement. I want to know what race was that police officer. I'm just wondering. Chapman could go either way. I find it interesting that they mentioned the man's race, but they didn't mention his race, since you want to be so racial about shit. Man, do it both ways. Either way, that's all I can say. Get him. Just a mess. And then y'all wonder why. Hey, Miss Bev, I'm going through it. I'm so glad to talk to you. He was clear? Ooh, okay. Glad to have you. The more people here, the more support I need, because I'm going through it. Oh, Lord Jesus. It's something. But anyways, I want to thank all of y'all for your support and love. And I'm going to ask you right now to please pray for me, because this week I got to find out if what I did last week will help me out in the long run. I'm not going to repeat what happened, because this is not that time for that shit. My brain's everywhere right now. Anyways, let's check out the next story. You know it's fuckery. You already know it's fuckery. So here we go, y'all.
Emotional content.
So he at it again. That jackass is at it again. Drumpf courts black men as he pledges to return to a policy that disproportionately targeted them. So, hey, black men, just letting you know, this jackass is going back to stop and frisk. You remember that shit? We're all getting stopped and frisked again. And you still want to vote for him. Maybe y'all wasn't alive during that time, but I'm telling you right now, some of these cops are freaky and they're going to cop a feel on your ass. I'm just saying. So please be careful, because this is disgusting. We going through it together and keep each other afloat. Thank you so much. Like I said, I did my affirmation, and one of the small wins is that my views have gone up exponentially. I don't know if I'm getting trolled or somebody setting me up for a fall, but hell, I'll take the win for now. I stand on what the fuck I said, and I ain't got no reason to go back on what I said. Okay. And then I got 122 subscribers. So shit, it's something, it's a blessing. And it's, please forgive me for saying that in the same sentence, but I just need it. I need it. Some black folks still living in the matrix. Yeah. So here we go again with stop and frisk. It's all coming back in one fucking time. We can't handle this shit. This was reported 2 days ago. For years, lawyers and advocates fought the use of stop and frisk, a policing tactic that left a majority of black and brown men who experienced it physically and mentally scarred and distrustful of law enforcement. After a lengthy legal battle, a federal judge in 2013 found it unconstitutional, essentially banning it. Oh, thank you so much. A key pillar of Drumpf's anti-crime platform, but still former president and current convict and felon. Well, current felon Drumpf wants to bring it back. Do you hear me? All you dumbasses that keep talking about Drumpf, you want him back and you want him to represent, and he's your people. You do realize this jackass wants to bring it back, right? He wants you all to experience Frisk, all of that shit. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. He's trying to bring that shit back. I need y'all to understand that shit. He's trying to bring that motherfucking shit back. Okay? I'm just letting you know. He bringing that shit back, and you dumbasses let him into office, and we all got motherfuckers' hands in our pants. Anyways, let's see here now. A key pillar of Drumpf's anti-crime platform demands police departments to reinstate stop and frisk, which allows officers to randomly stop and search people for weapons or else risk critical federal dollars flowing into their coffers. I will insist that local jurisdiction return to proven common sense policing measures such as stop and frisk, aka apartheid, you jackass. We had a version of apartheid, and that's what stop and frisk basically is. Lord be with us. I pray people stay woke if he get back in office. No, if he get back in office, we all need to take our asses on. We need to just go ahead and finish what Mr. Garvey started, okay? And take our asses to another country. It ain't got to be the continent of Africa. It could be a deserted island. We was able to get this bitch off of the ground. I'm pretty sure we could do it now. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I will insist that this dumbass says that this is common sense. This is not common sense. It's not. It is simple, but it's not common sense. Not for many black men who are perplexed that Drumpf would claim to covet their vote, but wants policies that he's not smart. I wish y'all would stop thinking this man is smart. People behind his ass is smart. He's not smart. Oh, Lord. Anyways, Drumpf could claim to covet their I'm tongue-tied right now. But wants policies that have proven to target and hurt black men. Travis Hunter, an author, is one. His first visit to New York about 20 years ago was supposed to be a joyful occasion. He had just signed a major book deal, but within seconds of having left his hotel for a celebration dinner, he said 3 white police officers jumped out of an unmarked car, demanding he press his palms against the wall and spread his legs. They could have been freaky too. Some of them jackasses be using the law to get their little kicks off. That's my opinion. Anyways, when Hunter asked why, he said an officer spat and said, "Shut up, nigger," with a hard R, y'all. The hard fucking R. Where are you coming from? Another officer demanded. Where are you going? Sounds like exactly what Karens be saying. See where it came from? An officer pulled out Hunter's wallet from his back pocket and studied his Georgia driver's license. He tossed the wallet back at me, and they went back to the car and drove off, Hunter recalled. But y'all motherfuckers want respect from us. You get mad when you get flipped off or called all kind of shit and pigs and shit, but then you turn around and you treat us like this. Woo. Let's remember the history of the police. Just saying. He was left standing on the street, stunned, furious, and so violated that he could not even stand to report the incident to authorities. I couldn't even eat after that, Hunter said. I felt totally violated. I still do. You should have went straight. Exactly. You should have went straight to the fuck the police. Go to the damn news office. Go to the news office and tell them about that shit. That's who you go to. When the police do shit to you, you go report that to the media. Drumpf's calls for stop and frisk come as he's trying to appeal to more black voters, hoping to siphon away support from a key constituency that sent President Joe Biden to the White House in 2020. Drumpf's appeals have at times been effective, gaining the support from black entertainers like Ye and Sexy Red. Can we please be serious here? Neither of those people are any kind of benefit to us at this point. They are a detriment at most. Neither of them are a help to us, okay? I am not supporting a jackass running around in lingerie, pregnant as all get out. I am also not supporting a fat ass that literally has smoked with the Most High. You are out your mind. I want to live. I'm struggling right now, but I kind of like being alive. Just saying. With Stop and Frisk, Drumpf appears to be catering to his supporters who want him to be tough on crime in urban areas, aka racists that want to pick on black people when it's not just us. Despite lows in the national crime rate and hoping that the message also appeals to black voters who are unenthused about Biden and who are more likely to support his economic policies, he's going to make it more expensive for us, you assholes. You don't seem to understand. The more tariffs we have against other countries means we're the ones who have to pay for that shit. Tariff means taxes, jackasses. Sheesh. But with more than 2 million black men having experienced stop and frisk, even some black conservatives who support Drumpf, like Shelley Winter, a New Yorker who lives in Atlanta, says they are ambivalent about the policy. Dumbass. Stop and frisk in theory is not a bad plan. I'm not opposed to it. Stop and frisk in its activation becomes problematic, said Winter, co-host of Word on the Street with Malani Kai Macy. Wonder if that relates to the other Macy in Atlanta. In addition to its unconstitutionality, he said, the other problem is that its implementation, because of what you do is you give carte blanche to the police to just do whatever they want, and you live in a constant state of police apartheid. On the other hand, Winter said there are high crime areas where stop and frisk may work, but there are unintended consequences, and those unintended consequences are you just start to pull over and grab and frisk kids that have nothing to do with it. They're going to school, minding their business, but if you have quality police training, then it can be effective. And I repeat, get stringent, strict psychologist in there to check these motherfuckers, because you got a lot of people that are coming off with some mental illnesses and they got power, and I don't support it. As a person with mental illness, I don't support a dumbass having power. And if you got dumbasses with mental illnesses that haven't bothered to take care of that shit and take their ass out with a force multiplier or some kind of power over other people, you asking for trouble. And I do support this message. Shit. Anyways, pushing for stop it. Okay, blah, 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 blah. So it's a nuanced thing. Yeah, they'll be targeting the wrong people. Before a federal judge found it unconstitutional, essentially banning in 2013, Police Commissioner Ray Kelly, Ray Kelly defended the practice in an opt-in. His name is R. Kelly, the Wall Street Journal. He wrote that stop and frisk, which he described as proactive policing, prevented more than 7,000 homicides. How do you know? Mostly against men of color. I don't want nobody running around touching me or my family just because of the way we look, unless we allow them to. And personally, I ain't never going to allow you to touch me. I can't stand people touching me personally, unless it's my family. Despite many studies that show black men were targeted more than any other demographic, Drumpf has indirectly put stop and frisk on the ballot for a November presidential election by asserting repeatedly over the last decade that he wants to federally reinstate it. In this election cycle especially, Drumpf and his allies have courted black voters a critical block in a close race, as he has simultaneously pushed for policies that have proven to overpolice and traumatize black people in general, and black men in particular. Black men, get your heads out your ass and do the right damn thing. I don't want to sound like Spike Lee, but this ain't gonna work. Drumpf hailed the policy as being so incredible the way it worked. This is the same dumbass that wanted to off the Central Park Five that were innocent. Did they ever catch the real one? I gotta go check that out. I forgot. At a 2016 campaign stop at a black church in Cleveland, 2 years later, addressing the International Association of Chiefs of Police Commission in 2018, Drumpf said stop and frisk should be enforced in Chicago, even after the city had dropped the practice in 2015 under an agreement with the American Civil Liberties Union. Hey, Jen, hope you're doing well. Oh, it's not a good week for any of us. In a campaign video last year, Drumpf laid out his agenda on reducing crime. I will insist that local jurisdictions return to proven common sense policing. Measures such as stop and frisk, very simple. You stop them and you frisk them, which is usually just black people, you jackass. Then take your ass to the, I want y'all to do that. If you're going to do it, have them do it in all areas. Go to the suburbs, stop and frisk. Go to the synagogue, stop and frisk. Go to the temple, stop and frisk. Go to the churches, stop and frisk. Go to all of them, god dang it. Don't miss nobody. If we got to be traumatized, let's all be traumatized. Let's trauma bond. If you gonna trauma bond some of us, trauma bond all of us, bitch. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, the Drumpf campaign did not respond to a request for comment. Man, what the fuck? Okay, so here's the thing. 89% of the people that were stopped and frisked in 2020, stopped and frisked last year were innocent, bitch. You just want to touch people. You're being a pervert and a racist. That's what it is, okay? You're being a pervert and a racist, and you just want an excuse to do it. And who else to do it but a huge pervert and a huger racist? I can't stand that damn man. I wish somebody would whoop his ass. You remember that meme where the football player, the quarterback, got his ass all up in the damn bus? I really wish that would happen for real, because he ain't nothing of good. He really isn't. But you know what? We out of that part. We into better waters, and let's go check out something educational. At least we can get our brain game on while we at it after being pissed off. Here we go, y'all.